semi-finals have arrived and everyone has a favourite. But as our 4 remaining players practice behind me, the reality is starting to sink in. They've all come so far that to drop out now would be a huge disappointment both to them and their fans.
Chris Barnes reached the semi-finals for the 2nd year in a row, the defending champion squeezing past Finland's Osku Palamo in round 2, the tall American, the hot favourite to retain his title. Jason Belmonte has been dazzling in the first 2 rounds. The Australian hit the magic 500 mark to put out teenage sensation Badr El Sheikh of Saudi Arabia. Paul Moore carries the flag for the home crowd. The popular left-hander topped 500 again against Alex Liu of Malaysia in round 2. Runner-up here for the past 2 years. Remy Ong is the man from Singapore. He put out England's Dominic Barrett in round 2. Ong is not scoring heavily, but he's tough to beat. That's the lineup for the semi-finals. Still over 2 games with the higher aggregate point scorer going through to the final.
Chris Barnes from the USA. I'm playing Jason Belmonte from Australia in the semi-finals. Another one of those bleeping two-handers.
My name is Jason Belmonte from Australia, and I'm playing Chris Barnes of the USA.
You know, Jason's got one of the 2 most powerful strike balls in the world, and if he can hit the pocket, it'll be a whole lot to try and take over today.
It's the semi-finals, and can't wait to play Chris. When you watch him on TV, he really does make you wish you could do that. And I'm going to see it up pretty close today, and I'm going to hope I can do just a little bit better than him.
I think we've both bowled really well so far, and you know, the smallest break may make the difference today.
You know, everyone knows that Chris was going to at least get to the semi-finals, and you know, I picked him to win it. So we'll see. I'll see if I am wrong. Hopefully I am.
Now it's time to join your Master of Ceremonies, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Metrodome here in Barnsley. It's the partypoker.net, the World Tenpin Masters. It's a semi-final stage is brought to you by Matchroom Sport here on this purpose-built single lane, trying to win the coveted title and the $30,000 prize. Well, without further ado, let's meet our semi-finalists. Firstly, would you please welcome from the USA, he's the reigning and defending World Tenpin Master, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Barnes!
Chris Barnes is 37 years of age from Double Oak, Texas. The American, not only the defending champion here, he won the US Open last year and is married to Linda Barnes, an outstanding bowler in her own right. He's now won over $1.5 million during his career. He's also one of the top trick shot bowlers on the US Tour.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, Euro Challenge winner, it's Jason Belmonte!
Jason Belmonte has been a bowler almost all his life. His parents own and run a 10-pin bowling centre. He's known for his unique two-handed style with only 2 fingers, which gets more revolutions on the ball than most bowlers. He comes from Orange, New South Wales, and is 23 years of age. Your commentators for this semi-final are Cass Edwards and first, Simon Golding.
Well, by its nature, this tournament is unpredictable. But if you'd asked this knowledgeable crowd here in Barnsley to name their predictions for this semi-final lineup, a good percentage would have listed Barnes, Belmonte, Moore and Ong. It is a dream lineup for this semi-finals, and what a first semi we've got in store. Sounds like a David and Goliath setup, the world's top amateur versus arguably the world's top pro player. Belmonte versus Barnes. And it's coming right up. What a match we've got in store for you. Chris Barnes in your picture, the powerhouse from the PBA, the man that has won so many tournaments in recent years. He's amassed an incredible $1.5 million in a 9-year career, and a career that has really seen him climb as he's developed his game over time. Both players will go through a series of practice balls, 4 each, before we get into this match. And remember, over 2 games, it's the best aggregate score that will take you through. So this is as close as you get to a sprint in 10-pin bowling. Now, Jason Belmonte, the second two-handed player that Chris Barnes has had to face. He managed to dispose of Oscar Palermo, the Finnish World Cup champion, in the quarter-final. And his reward finds himself up against another high-revving player. Belmonte, a real character. We've nicknamed him Hollywood, but he's known as Belmo around the world. And we said his nickname was Hollywood because of the way he responds to the cameras, the crowd, and the lights. It's just fantastic. Well, he's been a welcome addition to this tournament. Bowled that maximum 300 game back in 2005. And now he wants to be remembered for the man, well, that took the title. And to do that, he's going to have to beat Chris Barnes. So it could be a very big day for Jason Belmonte. A chance to put himself through to the final. Chris Barnes then, 37 years of age. Put out Zara Glover of England in the first round, then beat Oscar Palermo in the quarter-final. He's from Texas, and said he's been pretty lucky in recent years. Gets a lot of tournaments, big tournaments as well, close to his home. So he gets to spend a lot of time with his family. That keeps him relaxed, keeps him focused. And that will explain why he's won so much money in recent years. Just an incredible $700,000 of his fortune amassed since 2004.
Simon, yes, Chris in his first 2 round matches has scored an aggregate 524 and 490, which works out at a fabulous 252 average over the 4 games. So he's pretty much got this lane sussed out. You really want to take it home with him.
Belmonte, 23 years of age. He's certainly developed a lot of experience in the game over the last 3 years. He's been prepared to get on the aeroplanes and travel around the world. Put out the 2005 champion Jens Nickel in the first round, and then a big win against Badr Al Sheikh from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Badr, just 19 years of age, a real star of the future. And for Belmonte, the reward of taking on Chris Barnes. And I know for a fact that he's looking forward to this, but I'd have to say, Cass, this is probably the most nervous I've seen Jason look before a match on this stage.
I think I'd feel pretty nervous actually against Chris Barnes, the defending champion. Jason bowled 494 against Jens Nickel and 500 exactly against Badr El Sheikh, which gives him a 249 average over the 4 games. So it's pretty close. But as you say, yeah, there's no place for nerves in this semi-final match.
Practice ball's over. Time to hand over to match referee Bernie White. Bernie, ever present at this tournament.
Hands, gentlemen. Wish you good luck, good bowling.
And I just can't believe it's
Chris to bowl first.
10 years now that this fantastic World 10-Pin Masters has been going. And now it's a tournament known across the world. Barnes then, the defending champion, up against the pretender to the crown, Jason Belmonte. Could be a final, but it isn't. This is semi-final 1. What a test for both players. Well, we know one thing's for certain. Nothing's going to change about the way Chris Barnes approaches